Hi, everyone. Welcome to Kiki and Kibitz. It's Mary, and I'm here with In 90 Days in 900 Seconds, a last resort edition, season 1, episode 4. Now, this was the sex education class. I have lots to unlayer here, guys. So let's hop right in. Let's set 900 seconds on the timer because this is boy, this show, I was not expecting to be this good, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it. So last week was the fallout of the hot tub fight, okay? Ed called Kelly a bitch again. Kelly got out of the tub. He was not dealing with it. But then him and Molly got into an argument on the way back to the rooms. Angela nearly ripped Liz's head off and had it for dinner. And Ed just stood back and watched. And Liz is not happy. Okay. Liz had a total meltdown over it. Her and Ed are not in a good place. Okay. So now it's the morning after all this stuff. And Angela's waking up, looking like she's hungover from fighting. She had to take an anger management class behind all that. One of the therapists sat her down and was like, Angela, I think you have a problem with anger. Kelly is just sitting there looking like, can I get out of here? Like, can I book the next flight? Can I get the fuck out of here already? He's frustrated. Asuelu, he's, brushing his kid's teeth. He needs to stick that tongue back in his mouth because I don't know. Every time I see his tongue, I think about the yeast infection. Yara realizes that she dropped a real big bomb on Jovi by telling him that she's taking birth control behind his back. And Jovi decided to go out drinking with Angela. And they came running into her room at 2:00 in the morning, like jumping on her bed and shit. And she wasn't happy about that. So she decided to book a yoga class to clear their minds, souls, and bodies. Okay. So now, sex ed. It's time for sex ed for everyone. By the time Dr. Reba is done with this group, I don't know if she's going to teach another sex ed class ever again. Okay. First of all, we have Ed with his dumbass jokes. Where do babies come from? Then Asuelu shares his circumcision story because Ed asks whether the lip of a circumcision helps with pleasure, basically. Okay. And Asuelu shares his circumcision story. And basically, he was circumcised when he was 15. Okay. Ouch. And then he walked into the ocean, sat in the ocean. Bunch of people clapped so the fish does not eat his dick. It just sounded really, really painful. And like Kelly says, he has a newfound respect for Asuelu because at 15, all he was thinking about was the sock treatment. I'm not even a guy. And I get where Kelly's coming from, okay? So Dr. Reba passes around little slips of paper and asks everyone to write down their questions, okay? Asuelu's question is, how do I make my dick bigger? Everyone in the room is like cracking up. Kelly wants to know where the female G-spot is. And of course, this is Molly's opportunity to take advantage and say that Kelly has never found her G-spot. Okay? Now, why is Dr. Reba holding a cucumber and an orange, you may ask? Well, she's talking about prostate orgasms. Okay? Well, Asuelu wants to know why does sometimes his penis hurts on the outside after sex. So Asuelu gets a lesson on lubricant. Okay? He realizes that spitting on his partner's vagina may not be a good idea. And I am with Molly on this one. This is the only time I agree with Molly. Okay. Molly is disgusted. She's like, whoa, what are you doing? Okay. Yara is like, Asuelo reminds me of that like 8-year-old boy that just swings in trees. Oh, life is good. I got my dick sucked. I got a yeast infection. How does that happen? Oh my goodness. Yeah, Yara, you're right. Okay. So Dr. Reba is asking the couples to rate their sex. Okay. So Kelly and Molly are not currently intimate. So Molly rates their sex an 8. And, you see the smile on Kelly's face, and Kelly, Kelly agrees that they're an 8. Okay. So in their little confessional, Kelly says that their sex was ravage. Their sex was good. Kelly is complimenting Molly. Kelly is saying that their sex was sweaty, ravaged. They would go at it when they were good, their sex was good. Molly disagrees. Molly was like, no, our sex was not savage. We didn't go at it like rabbits, like this. Now, and if it was hot and sweaty sex, it was because we were both fat. In my opinion, Molly takes every opportunity to cut Kelly down, even going so far to insult herself and calling herself fat to cut Kelly down. I'm sorry. If there was a man, my ex or not, and I was a single woman, unless I was currently in a relationship and I did not want my boyfriend or my significant other to hear my ex talk about how good I was in the sack, I would not cut myself down and cut down my sexual skills. I would at the very least sit there, blush and giggle. I would not insult myself and go, oh, we weren't going at it like this. And if it was hot and sweaty, it's because we were both fat. But that's my opinion. So Dr. Reba asked Kelly if he is still attracted to Molly, and Kelly says yes. And Dr. Reba asks Molly if she's still attracted to Kelly. And that's when Molly says she was. She isn't anymore because she was attracted to Kelly because of his job. When he had his job and his career, it was a turn on for her. Yes, you heard correctly. Kelly's job and career was a turn on for Molly. And once Kelly retired and took off the uniform for good, it was no longer a turn on for her. Once Kelly decided, after 20 years of working for the NYPD, arresting criminals and keeping New York City safe, and he was going to relax for a little bit, she decided that he didn't turn her on sexually. But considering Molly's past taste in men, I don't quite understand. I guess she kind of likes the bad boy, the thug. But that's just my opinion. I mean, we have Kensley's father, and we have Olivia's father. Both of them with a criminal history. But when the cop retired and took his uniform off, he no longer turned her on. But that's just my opinion. And we all know what I say about opinions. They're like buttholes. Everyone has one. So Kelly, the cop, the decorated cop, who helped deliver the baby while on duty, no longer turned her on because he retired. Okay. So the sex therapist couldn't give them homework because they're no longer intimate. Ed and Liz, on the other hand, oh boy, Liz blew his shit out of the water. Okay. Liz was like 3 pumps and he's out of breath. I'm sorry. Basically, Ed has no cardio whatsoever. Ed is blaming it on his surgery. Liz is like, you have had months to recover. 3 pumps, you're out of breath, and I have to take care of myself. And no, I don't want you to help me take care of myself. I'll just finish myself off. Okay? Thanks, but no thanks, Ed. Okay? No thanks, but no thanks. 3 pump Ed. And I'm just like, whoa. Do you realize you're on national TV? So their homework is to bring each other to a climax without penetration. Okay? That is their homework. Yara's problem is Jovi wants to get it on whenever the hell he wants to get it on. He just wants to get it in. Okay? He doesn't care about being romantic. He doesn't want to cuddle. None of that. She wants nice gifts. She wants things to be set up. She wants the mood, ambiance. No, Jovi's like, come on, let's just get it on. That's her problem. Their homework is to cuddle without having sex. Okay? That's their homework. Okay. Now, Michael and Angela did not join the group because they're long distance. So they had their own separate private therapy session with Dr. Reba. The minute Dr. Reba started talking about sex, Michael started blushing like a third grader. Now, we all know Michael is not into masturbation. Okay? It's against his religion, doesn't believe in wasting the seed. Dr. Reba pulls out, check this out, this Bluetooth vibrator. Michael could control it with an app, okay? And they could explore all sorts of levels of pleasure that neither one of them knew existed. And by the way, there's one that there is a version for Michael as well. It's a sleeve that he could wrap around his penis, and Angela could control the vibrations and the motions with an app on her phone. Okay, Michael's like, okay, I don't know if I can do that. Let us play with this first, okay? One step at a time, Dr. Reba. Now, Asuelu and Kalani's homework was to masturbate, okay, separately. Now, Asuelu is not too crazy about doing foo-foo, as he calls it, because doing foo-foo could bring you bad luck. The last time he did foo-foo was right before a big volleyball game, and he broke his ankle. So he's hoping that if he does foo-foo, in the name of therapy, that it'll bring him good luck and it'll help his marriage, okay? Ed and Liz retire to their room and work on their homework. Jovi and Yara retire to their room and work on their homework. Jovi wasn't too successful in succeeding with his homework. As you can see, he jumps Yara's bones. Michael and Angela are enjoying their homework very much. I'm surprised the whole resort did not hear Angela squealing in pleasure, enjoying her homework. Asuelu, I don't know what the hell he was doing here, okay? But Asuelu was doing foo-foo, okay? He was doing his version of foo-foo. He was doing his homework. And yes, Kalani, his pencil was sharpened. They blurted out, but his pencil was sharpened for his homework. Now, like I said, Kelly and Molly didn't get any homework because they're not intimate. And, I think once the therapist heard Molly say that she wasn't turned on by Kelly anymore because he's not a cop, she decided, something? I need to hand this off to somebody else that's a little more qualified than I am. I'm just a sex therapist, okay? So she handed it off to Dr. Jason, who is a mental health counselor, okay? And the Dr. Jason's like, Molly, let's have a talk. Okay, you mentioned in the sex education class that once Kelly retired, he didn't turn you on as much anymore. And Molly's like, I basically, when Kelly was a cop, it was his position of power and all that stuff that was a turn on for me. And now that he's moved down here, I could ask him, what's going on today? And he'll say absolutely nothing. And it's like, he's not the person he used to be. Okay. And Kelly is just sitting there, and Kelly can't believe what's coming out of her mouth, basically. And Kelly is trying to express he moved down there for her. He changed everything for Molly. And Molly starts ticking off the way that Kelly does not respect her. Kelly does not respect me as a business owner. Kelly does not respect me as a mother. But how about you, Molly? Do you respect Kelly as a man? Did you ever ask yourself that question? Do you respect Kelly as a man? You keep saying that you expected Kelly to come in to take things off your plate and to swoop in to help you. I don't understand in what way. Did you expect him to come in and to be an automatic stepfather to Kinsley and to start picking her up from school, dropping her off from school? Did you expect him to come into Livy Ray and start working the cash register or the stock room? That's what you have employees for. Did you expect him to start keeping your appointments in your calendar? Don't you have an assistant for that? What did you expect him to take off your plate? I don't understand, Molly. He was supposed to be your partner, your domestic life partner, not your assistant. If you need someone to take things off your plate, put an ad on Craigslist or something. Look for an assistant. Get a high school kid. Get a college intern. That's who could take things off your plate, not your man. Just saying. But he didn't respect you as a mother. He didn't respect you as a business owner. Now, Kelly, he is overcome with emotion, okay? And he starts to cry. And he's like, this is bullshit. She's lying. There is a lot of things that she is not being forthcoming about. And of course, this isn't only an hour show. And certain things were edited because, as you can tell, when they started this therapy session, it was daytime. And when Kelly walked away, it was nighttime. Okay. And when Dr. Jason asked Molly, Kelly's love for you is making him cry. How do you feel about this? What do you say about this? Molly said, I get it. I get it. But I get it, but what? Molly, the man is sitting there crying out of emotion for you, out of his love for you. And you said, I get it, but he's not owning up to the adult role that he played in this. Are you? Are you, Molly? That's the question. Kelly, I get you. I get why you walked away. Because this was just going in circles. Okay? So we shall see next week how this whole therapy session ends. Because as we can see in the preview, there's still a little bit more to go. But Kelly, I get it. She was lying. You couldn't take it anymore. And you said, fuck it. I'm not engaging in this conversation. It's not worth my time, my energy, my breath. With all due respect, Dr. Jason, I'm out. So thank you so much for watching me. Please subscribe if you don't already. Please hit the like button. And please check out wordonthestreetreality.com for all the tea you know you need. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.